So let's begin today seated on our yoga mats. Choose to engage in a comfortable position. So maybe that's going to be sitting on top of your heels the way I am. Maybe that's going to be cross-legged, whatever may be the best for you. We'll be here for a few moments as we tune into the breath. So begin with an exhale out, and then let the breath inhale wash back into your body. And then just again, slowly, softly let it out. As you continue to inhale and exhale, notice how long the breath can be. Try to make it a little bit longer with each breath in, both slowing it down and taking in more air. And then with each exhale, the same thing, slowing down your exhale and pushing out a little bit more air and making sure it's completely empty. This is one of the best things you can do at any time to realign your nervous system and bring you back into a place where your muscles are ready to strengthen or stretch, where you're able to think clearly and make decisions that suit your needs. Always think about that, lengthening the breath, softening the breath, completing the intake of oxygen, completing the output of carbon dioxide. And for your practice today, I'll invite you to set an intention. Yoga is about the practice of effort and ease, as I've said before, so decide whether you're going to lean into the effort, the ease, or the balance in between. And if you've got anything you've been thinking on that's been coming up over and over and over in your mind, maybe you can address that a little bit this yoga practice. Let's begin with a body scan, checking in as you breathe with each part of your body. I'll guide you through it. So if you're seated on your heels or in a crisscross position, I'll invite you to bring your palms so that the back of your right hand sits on top of the palm of your left hand and your thumbs come to touch. You can allow your palms to rest in your lap. As you inhale, notice the breath as it comes in through your nose. As you exhale, notice the breath as it exits. Maybe close the eyes. If not, look at the end of your mat. Gently seal the lips so you can breathe in and out through the nose as long as breath is still accessible to you that way. And then on your next breath, bring your shoulders up towards your ears, squeeze them up. As you exhale, lower them down and back. Notice the space in your neck. On your next inhale, think about your chest expanding as you breathe in. Maybe rising. As you exhale, think about it relaxing. Then move your attention down to your abdomen. Inhale, think about your rib cage separating from each other, expanding outward. As you exhale, let them soften. Think about your lower belly. Let it soften and expand as you inhale. Gently contract as you exhale. Bring your attention down to your hips. Inhaling as you think about your hips and all of the movement that comes from them. Exhaling as you think about your hips. Think about your thighs, how they are so powerful. They allow so much movement for you. Inhale here. Think of gratitude for your thighs. Exhale. Think about your knees as you inhale. Keep your attention on your knees as you exhale. Think about your calves and shins as you inhale. Exhaling, keeping your focus on your calves and shins. Once more for your ankles, inhale, thinking about that incredible range of motion, even if it's limited, inhaling and exhaling. Thinking about your feet once more as you inhale. Exhale. And then taking your biggest breath yet. When you get to the top and feel you can't breathe anymore, breathe in a little bit more. And then open your mouth, let it out. Let's begin by separating the palms. Reach the hands, palms face up, overhead. Bring the palms together. Reach the fingers up as high as you can, squeeze your shoulders up, breathe in. Exhale, reach your hands down to the mat in front of you, palms on the ground, spread your fingers wide. Push down heavily into your hands Step your knees back, come into a hands and knees position. We're gonna start by stabilizing the core and also working the hip flexors a little bit so that when we get into our balancing later on, hopefully both of them will help us. I'm gonna rotate just a little bit on my mat so that the angle is a little better for you guys to see. Okay, so first things first, use your eyes. Look at your shoulders, elbows, and wrists. Create one line, look at connect the dots. Then look down at your knees. Think, is it about a straight line from my knees to my hips? And then we're gonna just segment the spine first. So drop the head, notice the neck, right? Then push the ground away, spread the shoulder blades. Then round the back, pull the belly in towards the spine, then tuck the pelvis, and that's your cat position. Take a big breath in here, exit it out. Opposite movement. First lift the head, look up, then let the chest fall down in between the shoulders, then let the belly drop, and then let the hips rise. Look up, inhale. Exhale, cow position. Okay, reverse that. Cat, exhale, cow, inhale. Then find your neutral spine, flat back. Maybe place a hand on your back to check if it's flat. If it's really droopy, you're not going to get the same benefits, okay? So flat back. Right hand stretches straight forward, left leg stretches straight back. For now, tap the toes onto the ground and really think about pushing through your back heel and reaching through your front fingertips. While you're doing this, pull your belly in towards your spine. This is the beginning of our core exercise, okay? With the toes back, we're just gonna reach the right arm up, like a twist, and then down and through the left arm, okay? And then inhale, reach up, exhale, reach through. You can stay right here, or if you wanna make it more complicated, lift that back heel up, flex the foot so the heel is pushing straight back, and try to make a straight line all the way from the heel to the shoulder. Once again, inhale, reach up, exhale, reach through. Twisting and stabilizing. Inhale, reach up, exhale, reach through. Nice. Okay, right hand comes back down, left knee comes back down, other side. Left arm stretches straight out, right leg stretches straight out, push back through the heel, pull that belly in, reach that arm a little bit higher, and your choice to keep the toes on the ground or not. Reach the left arm out to the side, stretch up towards the ceiling, twist, inhale, exhale, reach through. Once again, inhale, reach up, exhale, reach through. And then your choice, you can lift that back heel up for the next two. Inhale, reach up, exhale, reach through. Trickier on this side for me. Make sure you're pulling your belly in. Inhale, reach up, exhale, reach through. Okay, both hands back on the mat, both knees back on the mat. We're gonna go into our tiger pose, but before we do that, let's stretch the wrists. So come up off of your hands, flip the wrists, back of the hands come down onto the mat, gently press forward. If it feels too intense to do this, you don't have to lean all the way forward. Anybody who's working with a knee issue, if you want to get off of your knees, you can do the same movement we're about to do, working with it up here. So you can bring the right knee up and open to the side. This will make more sense in a moment, but I just want to give you that option. You can do these things standing up if you're really not happy on your knees here. Okay, so both palms on the ground, push the ground away. Left knee first is going to come out to the side and then back and then in, okay? We're making a circle. So first the left knee goes out as high up as you can and then straight back and then in. I promise this is working your core, even if it doesn't feel like it, because you have to stabilize your spine while you're doing this. But if your back is really arched, it's not doing much for you. Keep your back flat. Now right knee out to the side, kick the heel back and up, and come down. One more, out to the side, kick it up, and come back in. All right, now we're combining things. So first step that left foot back, right arm forward. Right away, if you can, lift the heel up. We're gonna bend the left knee, reach the right arm back. Maybe you can touch your ankle. That requires a big range of motion. So if not, don't worry about it. Just keep your position like this, stretching. As you're doing it, pull your belly in, look down straight at the ground, not straight ahead. So look at your edge of your mat maybe, and we're holding here. Okay, if you've got the bind and you're holding onto your ankle, let it go, reach out, inhale, and then as you exhale, elbow comes into knee. You're crossing underneath your body and rounding your spine, tucking your chin. Inhale, reach out as high as you can, stretch. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, reach out, stretch. Exhale, curl it in. Okay. Repeating on the other side, I'm going to show the off the knees variation. So if you're on your knees, you know what to do. Stretch the legs out, pause, maybe find your bind, right? And then go into your inhales and exhales. If you were on your feet, the way to do this is to balance. You can even hold onto a chair or a table. Reach this hand and your knee to each other. Same idea. Stand and pull it in. Standing ab exercises are a great way to get stronger without straining your neck and shoulder and without jeopardizing your lower back as much, okay? So both work. And that one's nice because it also tests your balance, but just in a different way. Now, wherever you are, knees or on your feet, return to a neutral position. That will be mountain pose or hands and knees. And we're gonna tuck the back toes under, send the hips up and back, come to our first downward dog, relax the head back. Slowly step those feet forward, make a few small steps, forward fold, bend in the knees, grab onto opposite elbows and sway side to side, lubricating the spine a little bit more. Slowly roll up, eventually release the hands, come to stand in your mountain pose, Tadasana. Look down at your feet. Spread your toes wide, set them back down on the ground. Stand as tall as you can with your shoulders down and back, and your belly pulling in towards your spine, and your glutes active, squeezed and pushing your hips forward. Pause here for an inhale and an exhale. Feel your body. Check in, right? Maybe you take a sip of water. This is the beginning of the movement, right? It's going to get a little bit faster here. I'm going to talk a little bit less. So if you get lost at any point, slow it down, return to Tadasana, or come onto your mat and take a seated position and breathe for a few breaths before you join back in. Honor your body's needs, not the instructions of anyone else. So begin at the top of your mat. Inhale, reach your hands up overhead, sweeping them wide. Exhale, reach down to your toes, bend your knees slightly. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to your knees, thighs, or shins. Back is super flat. Exhale, reach down, spread the fingers really wide. Take 1, 2, big steps back to a plank position. You can always go down to your knees if you need. From your plank position, squeeze your elbows in, lower yourself all the way down to the ground. Untuck your toes and take a gentle back bend for the first round. That will be either a Sphinx pose, a Cobra pose, one of the two. Let's not go into upward dog just yet. Inhale here. Exhale, push back either through hands and knees or straight to downward dog. And we'll right away kick that right heel straight up. High as you can, flex the foot, high as you can. And then lower it down. Left heel straight up, high as you can. Inhale. And exhale, lower it down. Take 1, 2 steps forward. Forward fold. Slowly roll up. Wonderful. We're going to start adding on to that. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, reach down, spread the fingers wide. Step back to a high plank. Lead with your left foot this time. 1, 2. Keep it up there for a big breath in. Exhale, lower down. Keep it controlled. Upward dog if you like, which means you don't have to untuck your toes. Or do your lower cobra or do your Sphinx. Stay here for an inhale. Exhale, push back, downward dog. You gotta be strong in your spine. You always have the option to go through hands and knees. Pause in your downward dog. Bring your shoulders towards your ears so that you're protecting your shoulders a little bit here. And then inhale, right leg comes up as high as you can. Reach it up even higher. Exhale, squeeze it in, round your back, step your right foot forward. If you don't get there, use your hand to help you. From here, twist. Right arm comes up. Right hand comes to the back of the head. Pause here. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, we're holding it for a second. Give our body time to adjust. And then reach that right hand straight back up. Right hand back to the inside. I'm sorry, outside of the right foot. And then step the back foot in, float it to the top, forward fold. Slowly roll up, inhale, exhale. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step back, right foot leads, then left foot, high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down to your plank. I'm sorry, to your belly. And then you choose your back bend. If it's upward dog, just your feet and your hands are touching the ground. Look straight up, spread the shoulders. Collarbones apart from each other. Inhale. Exhale. Slow it down here. And then downward dog. Hold that downward dog for a big breath in. Exhale, try to blow on your toes. Inhale, left heel high as you can. Exhale, round the spine, come forward through a plank position, left foot in between your hands. Pause for a minute. Try to straighten the back leg, back heel comes up high. Modification option to lower the knee back down here, if you like. It might help make your balance a little easier. Left hand reaches up high for a twist. Look up at the back of your left hand, and then bend your elbow, bring your hand to the back of your head. Inhale. Exhale. You can exhale through your mouth if this feels intense. It'll help you calm down. You can do this, whatever your intention is, rethink of it. Again, if your intention was to make it easy on yourself today, find a way to make it easier. Inhale, stretch that fingers straight up. Both hands down to the ground. Step back. Oh, well, oops. Walk yourself forward, forward fold. Mixed up my order there. Relax your head. Slowly roll up to standing mountain pose. Inhale, exhale. Alrighty. Inhale, reach both hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Expand your chest and shoulders. Exhale, hands down to the ground, high plank with a step back. 1, 2. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Squeeze your shoulders towards your ears. Inhale, right heel comes up super high, as high as you can, a little higher. And now, just like we did 2 weeks ago, our right knee is coming to the outside of our right elbow. Core strength, people. Inhale, heel comes up high. Exhale, right knee to the outside of the left elbow. Hold it for a second. Inhale, lift it up high. Exhale, curl it in, squeeze it towards your nose as much as you can. Step it down. This requires strength, but a lot of flexibility and strength in the hips too. So if you're not getting there, you will. Just keep trying it. And wherever your foot lands, step it up. Okay, now we're gonna take our right hand to the inside of our foot. So both hands are on the inside. That means your right foot can step out to the side a little bit. Keep that back heel high over the ball of the foot and the back knee lifted. We're opening up the hips while we're here. That's why I'm talking to you. We're stretching into this, okay? If it feels really intense on the hip or in other parts of your body, you can lower that back knee down and see how it feels, okay? Your choice. Something else you can do is put your hands up on blocks, books, or anything you have that's heavy enough to hold you. And if your wrists are bothering you, you can make fists instead, okay? Modify and make the pose work for you, okay? Well, from here, we're taking that right hand up high, stretching into our twist. Right hand to the back of the head, inhaling. And then we're exhaling, right elbow down to meet the mat if you can, okay? Inhale, come up, reach the palm up. Exhale, hand to the back of the head, elbow comes down. So this is hips and core, okay? Inhale, up. Exhale, come down. Just go as far as you can. If your right elbow doesn't meet the floor, it's okay. One more time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. Also building strength and stability in this left shoulder. Right hand comes to the inside of the right foot. And now we're gonna step our left foot in as well to the outside of the left hand. So our toes are on the outward edges of the mat, okay? From here, bend your knees down as much as you can. Maybe you can come into a full squat. Maybe not. Maybe you're somewhere up here. Whatever it is, choose a variation where your heels can stay on the ground, okay? So try to settle those hips down and keep your heels on the ground as much as possible. If that's just beyond, it's okay if your heels come up a little bit, but we're working towards it, okay? Straighten the legs, relax the head, slowly roll up. Inhale, mountain pose. Bring your feet to face forward. Exhale. Inhale again, reach up. Exhale, reach down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, reach down, high plank, step back, 1, 2. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, back bend. And pause. Inhale. Exhale. Push back, hands and knees, or downward dog. You can always do these also, these heel lifts in hands and knees like we did earlier. Okay, you don't have to be in downward dog if it's too much. Or if you want to switch to that partway through. All right, so now left heel comes up high as you can. Inhale. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Come forward to a plank. Inhale, reach it up high. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Forward to plank. Reach it up high. Inhale. Exhale, round your back, squeeze your knee, try to touch your nose. Step it forward. Shimmy your left foot out to the side. Both hands on the inside of your foot. Left toes can point out a little bit. Pause here, let your hips get used to it, check your alignment. So look at your back leg, try to keep that right knee straight unless you're resting it on the ground. Try to keep your right heel stretching back over the ball of the foot. Take a moment and decide where you want to be. Maybe you want to be on your fists for this one. Your wrist might need a break, okay? And then left hand comes up, reach up, twist, inhale. Exhale, bend the elbow, left hand to the back of the head, left elbow touches the mat. Inhale again, reach up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. If you can, keep that right arm straight. Maybe you need to bend it a little bit, that's okay. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down. One more time, inhale up. Exhale, down. And this time, reaching up. And then both hands come to the center. Start to straighten that front leg just a little bit to give yourself some leverage. Maybe hop the back leg in. And then right foot comes up to meet left. Both toes point out slightly, bend the knees. Come down into your squat. Whew, catch your breath. If you're out of breath like me, inhale. Exhale. Pull the shoulders back. Okay. Straighten those legs, forward fold. Walk your feet towards each other, toes point forward. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, open your mouth and say H-A, ha. Okay, round the back. Slowly come up. Mountain pose. All right, my friends, so we're gonna put some of that stability, core work, hip flexion into work here with our balancing pose. So take a moment, inhale, exhale. Step your feet close together. You can be at any point in your mat where you have space around you. If you want something to hold on to as you work on balance, bring a chair nearby or come close to a wall. We're getting to, I need to catch my breath, inhale and exhale, hold on a sec. All right, so we're gonna get into a little balancing flow like we did last week. So we're gonna squeeze that left knee in, stabilizing on the right. Reach the arms up overhead, see how that changes things. Palms face each other, maybe they touch. Inhale here and exhale here. Look at something in front of you that is not moving and let that be your point of focus. Keep your attention there. Squeeze that knee in a little bit higher. Reach down and grab the front of the knee and use your knee to pull that, use your hands to pull your knee into your chest as much as you can. Point your toes. Okay, right hand stays on top of the knee, left hand grabs the ankle. Right hand comes down to the right hip, and your right knee points down so it comes next to your, your left knee comes down so it comes next to your right knee. Your left hand is on your left ankle and your shoulders are both pulling back. For now, right hand can stay on the right hip. Start to push your right heel back, pulling your your left heel back, pulling your arm and shoulder back further. From here, you can flex the foot as long as you're holding on to the ankle. If you're holding onto the foot, just spread the toes. Both are fine. Neither one is necessarily better than the other. They just depend on your preference. Okay? You're starting to arch the back here. Shoulders keep pulling down, eyes stay forward. You're pushing really actively from your ankle into your hand. Now, right hand can reach up alongside the right ear, and you can start to pitch your chest forward, arching your back more. This is our dancer pose, okay? Now, depending on where you are, you may be able to reach back and grab the ankle with the right hand as well. If that's not accessible to you, fear not, it will be one day. And if you fall, you can grab onto something or you can come out of it. Whatever your position is, slowly ease back and then drop the ankle. Let the leg swing a few times, forward and back, and then out to the side and across the front. And then standing mountain pose, palms face forward. Inhale and exhale. Take 3 breaths, measuring the difference between right and left. Now, of course, whatever we do on one side, we must repeat on the other. Have to find balance. So we're going to start shifting our weight to our left side, balancing and stabilizing the left leg, and then squeeze the right knee in. Don't hold on to it yet. Reach both arms up overhead. Palms face each other. Maybe they touch together and above you. Flex your right foot. Squeeze that right knee in as much as you can. Inhale. Exhale. Keep your eyes steady on one thing that's not moving. Slowly reach down, bring your hands to the front of your right knee. Squeeze your right knee in as close to your body as you can. Point your toes. Inhale. And exhale. Keep your left hand on top of your knee. Reach your right hand down, grab your ankle or your foot. Squeeze your right ankle towards your right buttock, and then release the left knee, bring the left hand to the left hip, and point your right knee down to the ground so that it comes in line with the left knee. You might already feel a sensation in the quadriceps, the front of the thigh. That's wonderful if you do. If not, don't doubt it. Reach the shoulders back. Proud, puffed chest. Let the back start to arch a little bit here, but pull the belly in towards the spine. So to get an arched back, you don't need to let the ribs come out. You can knit the ribs in to help stabilize the spine, and then that movement will come from your spinal muscles. Now you can begin to kick into your right hand with your right ankle, okay? Your choice to flex or point the toe. Make a choice. As long as the foot is active, it's okay. Keep pushing, pulling, pushing, pulling. So you're holding on to this right ankle, and then you're pulling away from it, okay? Keep going. And then pull the shoulders back. You can reach that left hand up alongside the left ear. And if you like to, you can lean yourself forward. Keep reaching that heel high, pushing back against the hand. Maybe you can reach back and grab onto the ankle, right? Maybe, maybe not. Doesn't matter, you're still doing it. Maybe you're holding on to something. Try to make sure that knee is not coming way out to the side. Bring it close so it's in line with the hip. Line from the hip to the knee. Inhale, exhale. If you're holding on with both hands, reach that left hand forward again. Start to relax the tension on the ankle, and then slowly release the right ankle. Bring both hands down, mountain pose. Stand with both hands, palms facing forward, both feet on the ground. Inhale and exhale, eyes closed. Stand in your Tadasana. Check in with your body. What are you feeling? Sweep both hands up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, reach hands down towards the ground. Forward fold. Pause here, bend the knees. Let the back really stretch and soften. Maybe your hands can come down towards the ground. Counteracting that arching movement, letting the back round in the other way. Bringing space to the spine, decompressing hopefully, softening the muscles. Let's halfway lift here, flatten the back, expand as you inhale. Exhale, palms come down to the ground. Step back, high plank, 1, 2. Inhale, lower down, exhale. Now from here, instead of our cobra pose or upward dog, which we have to push into, and it's a very passive stretch for the spine, we're gonna make an active movement. So we're gonna point the nose down to the mat, so the back of the neck is long. Bring the hands up to hover off of the ground. Pull your belly in like you've got something cold underneath it. And bring the heels and toes to touch each other behind you. Maybe your feet can cover off the ground as you keep your legs straight. Maybe your shins and knees are also hovering. Maybe some of your thighs are also hovering. You're trying to lift your legs as high as you can by squeezing your buttocks and thinking about having length in your spine so your belly is super active here. This is also for your core. Keep your chin tucked, right? So the back of your neck is long. Maybe you can lift the elbows a little higher, the feet a little higher. Inhale. Legs are not bent. Exhale. Bring the hands underneath your head, lower your forehead down. Bend the knees. Windshield wiper the heels side to soften and release the lower back. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, once more, this time with a different arm variation, okay? So first setup, bring the feet together, push them straight down onto the ground, pull your belly in towards your spine, tighten your buttocks. You can reach back and feel them to see if the muscles are active. And then tuck the chin, lift the head up. This time bring your arms behind your back. Bring your palms to face each other. If they can touch each other, interlace them. Lift the chest up as high as you can. Squeeze the legs towards each other. And then lift the feet and legs as high as you can. Think about making like a sharp point with your toes, okay? And really reaching the top of your head forward. Really reaching the back of your toes forward. Lift up as high as you can. Inhale. Stay for the exhale. Squeeze the belly muscles. Inhale. Exhale. Uninterlace the hands. Bring the hands back down. Turn your head to the other side. Kick the heels up. Sway the heels side to side. Windshield wiper. Release the back. Big breath in. Let it out. Push yourself up. Hands and knees. Off the belly. Walk your knees forward. Settle your hips to one side. Stretch your legs straight out in front of you. Inhale, sit up as straight as you can. Flex your feet. Exhale, lean forward. Grab onto your feet if you can. Otherwise, shins, even underneath. Grab onto the calves, that works. Bend the elbows, tuck the chin. Inhale and exhale. Expand the upper back as you breathe in. Soften a little deeper into the position as you breathe out. Slowing down a little here. Just taking a little break. We're going to get into a few more moments of core work before we relax entirely, but we want to give the spine a little rest. And then go ahead and come back up. Alrighty. Bring yourself into the boat position. Sitting on your hips, bend your knees so your feet are on the ground, your hips are on the ground, your hands are behind the crease of your knees, and you're sitting up extra tall. Flat back makes all the difference here. Bring your knees to touch each other and your big toes to touch each other. If your heels are slightly separated, it's okay. First, lift your heels up off the ground, puff the chest up, and lean back. Right here, pull the belly in, straighten the back. Lift the feet up high so that toes and ankles are in line with the knees. You can stay right here. Challenge yourself to try releasing the palms, turn the palms up. See what happens, okay? After that, if you want to go back, go back. Challenge yourself to try lifting your legs straight. See what happens. If you need to take a break, bend your knees again. All right. When your body's shaking, it means it's getting used to new muscle patterns, right? So that's a good thing. It's good for your brain, it's good for your muscles. Now from here, we're gonna take the palms together in the center. Stay wherever you need to stay if you need to. We're gonna row to one side, okay? While we do this, exhale, squeeze in. Inhale to the center, exhale to the other side. When I'm with little kids, I sing row, row, row your boat while we do this. Exhale to the side. You can do this with straight legs if you want. I can't do it and talk at the same time, so I'm not going to. If you ever need a break, come forward, okay? But if you don't need a break, keep going. One more on each side. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. I lied, two more. Inhale, exhale. Okay, back to the middle. Feet come down. Unbend your knees just a little bit and roll forward over your body. Whew. Inhale, exhale. Okay, now we're gonna come back up and we're gonna lower down, submarine pose, but we're not doing it just once, okay? This is gonna be fire for your lower belly. So get ready. If you need to take a break, you know what to do. Hands behind the knees, straighten the back, pull the feet up, balance, inhale. As you exhale, lower down, don't relax, keep the head up, and then come back up. Okay, so inhale here, exhale, straighten, lower as much as you can. Inhale, come up. If you need to tap your toes, you can. And lift them up, lower, 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 pull your belly in, exhale, come up. Maybe tap the toes, okay? Take a break, bring the feet together, knees out to the side, reach forward over your toes, over your feet, let your head hang heavy as your chin tucks. Slight stretch for the hips here as well. And opening of the inner thighs. Okay, let's bring those knees in. We're gonna lower down onto your back. First with the elbows and then all the way down. And let's just do one more ab exercise before we relax. Bring those knees up to a 90-degree bend and push your lower back down into the ground. Okay, you can also do this first part with your feet on the ground if you need to. So you want to feel a little space between your floor and your lower back, sorry. You want to feel space between your floor and your lower back, and then you want to squish that space like you got some kind of, well, I was going to say something. I was going to say you had a bug underneath you wanted to squish, but don't think about that. Don't squish animals in your yoga practice. But just try to flatten your back against the mat here and notice that difference. So we're going to rock the pelvis a few times. So come the little lower back off the ground and then push it down, okay? So warming up the pelvis, but also noticing like the range of motion in the lower back here. And then we're going to stay in that position with the lower back pushed down onto the ground. Squeeze the belly muscles, and then bring first the left knee up, then the right knee up. If you're already there, then great. Arms come out in either goalposts or a T, and then you lower yourself onto your left hip, left knee comes down, right shoulder stays on the ground. Go as far as you can without right shoulder coming off the ground, and then come back to the middle. We're using our obliques here. One more time to the right, and then to the center. Once to the left, keep your back, when you come to the center, onto the ground, right? And then come to the center, one more time to the right. So this might seem like a little movement. If you think you can go further, go further. And then use your abs to come back up. Release the feet back down onto the ground. Bring your arms down. Come onto your side. I said one ab movement, I guess I meant two. This is the last one then. This is just to stabilize the shoulders and get into the obliques a little bit. So start with your knees bent for a moment. Get onto your right hip. And then right hands down to the ground, right elbow to the ground. Sink your head towards your right ear, towards your right shoulder, okay? And then we're gonna reverse that movement. So push the shoulder and the ear separate, and push the right elbow down into the ground. So really active in the right shoulder here. Left hand can come in front of your belly, and you can choose a variation that works for you. A good starting place is right knee bent, left leg straight, and then push yourself up so you're in a supportive side plank. If you think you don't need that support, straighten both legs. If you're here and it feels easy, to make sure that top hip is on top of your right hip, okay? And we're just gonna stay here, inhale, exhale, hip comes down, inhale, come up. Exhale, hip down, keep pushing the ground away with that shoulder, and inhale up. And then exhale one last time down. Okay, come to the middle through elbows onto your belly. Sphinx pose for an inhale. And then exhale. You know the other side is coming, so left elbow onto the mat, left palm onto the mat. First, left ear comes close to the elbow. Make your choice with your legs. Maybe you're gonna bend the bottom leg. And then push the ground away with the shoulder and the ear separated. Right hand can come to the ground in front of you or onto your hip. And then we're gonna inhale, lift up. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, lift up. If this is too easy, straighten both legs. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, slowly lower down. Come back to the middle. Sphinx pose, inhale. Exhale. Push yourself back up through hands and knees. Walk your knees all the way forward. Settle yourself back down onto your back. Squeeze both your knees in towards your chest. Lower yourself back down. And then stretch your legs straight out, like your feet roll out to the sides, arms roll out to the sides. Relax your head so you can go a nose straight up towards the ceiling and close your eyes. Big, big, big breath in. Complete empty, exhale. We're gonna inhale for a count of 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for a count of 6. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, we're gonna make the exhale longer. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Natural inhale. Natural exhale. You're welcome to stay in your Shavasana, your resting pose, for as long as you like. We're coming to the end of class here, coming to 11:15 right now, so those of you who have anywhere you gotta go, gently start to move your body, wiggling hands and toes, and then bending your knees. Roll over onto one side. When you get there, use your hands to push yourself up and come to a seated position. Sit up tall, bow your head, bring your hands to the center of your chest, and pause in gratitude for your practice, for showing up for yourself today, for connecting with the energy around you to make a positive change. Inhale, exhale. Gently open the eyes and lift the head. Thank you very much for joining me for yoga today.